Brett Rose, don't be at his family reunion in female. That's all I can say. All right, your next comedian, the older the wiser. Please welcome Mr. Loaf Thomas, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Always a pleasure to come here. Always a pleasure, I tell you. You're looking at me like, what's this black guy doing with a hockey jersey? That's like having a black Santa Claus down Coffins. Isn't that crazy? He is crying, oh my God, where's Santa Claus? Santa Claus. No, you're not. You're black. Oh, wow. And I look at athletes and people who are not in the sports world, but they wear jerseys like me. Now, you know, how many black guys you see walking around with hockey jerseys on? Not many, not in my community. And it's like an overweight person. You see an overweight person, they're like, you don't really see too many overweight women or men that have a jersey or have like a shirt on that says, no carbs for barbs. Or you don't see the one who has the jersey that says, save the whales. You don't see it, man. You don't see it. You have to be real with what you put on. You have to be real with what you believe in, you know? Like with me, man, I remember growing up, and I'm from the housing complex, which we call the projects. And most people who live in the projects, you don't know whether you're the project or you're in the project complex. So when they put you in these here projects, they're like, it's an experiment, you know? Because what happens is, I remember growing up and being in the projects and having all kind of things happen. Like when it stormed outside. I mean, it stormed and you were scared. And like there were 5 of us who lived in like a 3-bedroom apartment. And I always slept on the couch, you know? So my thing was this, and I was always the black sheep of the family. All my siblings were light-skinned. You know, they were all light-skinned. I'm like, when I meet a person who didn't know me, like, hey, is that your brother? I don't believe that. Aren't you a cousin? I says, no, that's my brother. I just stayed in the oven a little too long, you know? Stayed in the oven a little too long. My wife's like, yeah, they're all light, and you're kind of dark. I'm like, what can I say? What can I say? And I always hated my brother, you know, because he was always the first. You know, he had the first job, okay, growing up. He had the first bike. He was the one that always had the first pair of sneakers. If you guys remember, probably you don't remember that Nikes has the Nikes now where kids are wearing the Nikes. They're real popular these days. When I was a kid, they had Converse All-Stars. Remember Converse? They sell them now. They're like a nostalgic shoe. And my brother was the first one to have a pair of Converse All-Stars. The first one to have a paper route. He was the first. And he used to make me so damn mad. And I remember him just being first with everything, you know. So what happened was, I remember the lights going out in our complex, and we had a lady on the first floor. Her name was Miss Baldwin. Miss Baldwin was like a preacher, and she was like a deacon, and she had Sunday service, and she always had candles. So my mother would say, if the lights ever go out, call downstairs and ask Miss Dee Dee to send some candles up. And Miss Dee Dee had about 5 or 6 daughters. They were all voluptuous, you know. So I would call downstairs and say, you know, I'm on the couch, I'm scared. I'm like, hey, I call downstairs in the hallway, Miss Dee Dee, can you send some candles up? So she sent one of her daughters up, right? And her daughter's name was Cecilia Ballman. She would come up and she would walk up. She looked like Wendy from Peter Pan. She'd have the candle in her hand, walking with it. And she'd bring it, she'd knock on the door, come to the door, and put the candle on the dresser where I was at. And one time she scooted over and got on the couch with me, right? And she pulled her long nightgown up over. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. I'm young, I didn't know what to do. She's like, and she grabbed my shit. She grabbed my dick. And she went and put it in her pussy. I'm like, oh my God. She said, oh. I got excited. She said, oh. And I went, oh, shoot, oh, shoot, oh. And I said, whose pussy is this? Whose stand my fucking brother. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Thank you very much.
Mr. Love Thomas, everybody! All right. 2 more comedians left, or no, 3. All right.